You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little. Expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn you back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the hood table. Come on in. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the hood table if you're not already subscribed, please and thank you very kindly. And let me just get a little sip of my little drink right here before I get started. Yes. We are now on Queen Sugar season 5, episode 5, and it's titled May 19, 2020. So, everybody, let me know about what you thought about the episode, the wedding, the storylines, everything. Please put it in the comment section and let me know your feelings on the last episode of Queen Sugar. But I'm definitely going to tell you how I felt about the episode, which I really did enjoy. But again, this is a review. Let me make sure I say this is a review, because sometimes I know people come to my channel, they be thinking I be posting the actual videos of the actual shows. Even though it be saying review, I still get people in the comments talking about where's the link to the actual TV show. I'm like, get cable, or I don't know. We'll tell you. Okay. Anywho. Let's see. Where should we start? Okay. So at the beginning of the episode, Ralph Angel and his now fiance Darla were looking across the way, trying to picture their wedding day and how they were going to set up everything across the way at the lawn. Those two somehow, some way, were determined to plan a whole wedding in a single day. I'm like, who does that? But last episode, when Raw had said let's get married tomorrow, I didn't actually think that they would get married the very next day, and I did say that on my last episode. I'm like, they can't be serious getting married on the next day, and it's like CBD-19 going all around. But anywho, they was doing the darn thing. Raw even made time to build a beautiful trellis for Darla to stand under. And see, that's exactly why I've always wanted a man that was good with his hands. That man can do and build anything. run a whole mill, sugarcane mill and everything. Shoot, hold a family down. Now he at the nursing home over there making money too. Good man. She got a good man. But of course, everyone around them, like their friends and family members, regardless of how happy they were for them, they were still surprised at the sudden news. They had Vi up in there whipping up them cakes in her kitchen of hers. Vi, she really hasn't been doing any baking. Besides like maybe feeding like her household, or, also feeding Prosper and things like that. But her bakery has been shut down like a lot of other companies, due to CBD-19. But once she found out they was getting married, she picked up that blender and got to making frosting. She got to whipping up those wedding cakes. She had me cracking up. She was on the phone with her husband, Hollywood. Talking about, I don't know who the heck they think they are. They just think that I just got wedding cakes, just extra cakes, just sitting around, in my fridge over here. Knowing that she's been closed down. And not only that, everyone invited to the wedding has to wear yellow. And Vi, she was like, was that Charlie? That was Charlie who had a hard time trying to find something to wear. Like, who do we got yellow? Do I even got yellow? Her son didn't have no yellow. She didn't have no yellow. Then she reached way back in the back of the closet and found this beautiful yellow dress. So yeah, everybody had their little yellow and everything. But with the stores being all shut down or on limited hours and stuff, it's kind of hard to find, items at the stores. Everything is so limited. So when she said everybody got to wear yellow, I'm like, dang, what a color, to pick for everybody just having a home. But they made it do. They made it do what it do. And Vi, she made some delicious cakes as usual. She whipped that wedding cake up. I think was it a 2 tier? Because they didn't have that many people at the wedding. I think it was what, like 10 people, maybe 15 people at the most. I don't know. But she made it do what it do and made them a little cute little 2 tier cake and everything. But I'm like, man, 12 hours. That's all they had was a 12-hour notice to prepare for that wedding. Child, they was rushing around, running around like chickens with their head cut off. But anyway, speaking of Hollywood, Hollywood, excuse me, he had just found out that his mother, who recently passed away from CBD-19, won't be able to have a proper homegoing. And that was just like, a lot of other people all around the world from here to Timbuktu, including my family. You either had like somebody go live from the funeral and post it on Facebook, or you didn't have a service at all. And then some funeral homes, they was like, okay, we can have a service, but it can only be like a handful of people. And in our case, with my second mother's husband, I had talked about that last year, but we had like a small gathering. It was just like a small ceremony at the grave site. I think it was about 30 of us, maybe or so, 30 or so. And we kind of stayed our little distance from each other, had our masks on and everything. And, made sure we sanitized and all that kind of stuff. But it was a nice service, but nothing like it could have or would have been, had CBD-19 not been around. But in Hollywood's case, his wife, Aunt Vi, she gave him some great words of encouragement. I just love their relationship. Hollywood, knowing that his mother deserves to be laid to rest surrounded by family and friends, he was really beating himself up about it. So Aunt Vi basically told him, you know what? Life, and I'm gonna have to use this. I'm gonna have to use this because I swear they be saying some nice little verbiages or passages or quotes on this show. But she told him that life isn't about people showing up for you. Life is about you showing up for people, which his mother did all while she was alive. So, you got to look at it that way. And again, I just love their relationship because it's like so real and so honest, so truthful, loving, and definitely spiritual. So, I need me a whole Hollywood. If I can't find me no Ralph Angel, I'll take me an old Hollywood with chocolate self. But anyway, we all know that Aunt Vi has always had a knack for comforting others, even those who she really don't even know. So Hollywood, he's going to make it do what it do for now, for his mother and all. But moving right along to Nova and Calvin. Nova and her white boyfriend Calvin. They were sitting around, while Nova was going through some old photo albums. She was flipping through those photos, how it is when you're flipping through some photos and it's just some, deceased or your loved ones who passed on. So she was getting really emotional. She started to get, a little sad knowing that her parents, like neither Ralph Angel's mother or father would be there for his wedding and how they would have loved to see him get married. But also, not only that, Nova started getting a little sad because she knows, well, actually not knows, she understands how much she has hurt her soon to be sister-in-law. So she was feeling some type of way about that because she knows she really, really, really hurt Darla, putting all her secrets out in that book. So I thought it was a great idea what they did, because of the fact it was a small wedding, not too many people was going to be there. Rod's parents can't be there. Darla's parents couldn't be there. So instead, what they did for Darla, they had like a virtual wedding shower, or engage, and like a wedding. Well, did she even get any gifts? I think she did get some gifts, but it was kind of like a virtual wedding shower. Basically, a way for her mother and Nova and Aunt Vi, to send her well wishes and things like that. I thought that was really nice, and she really really loved it. Darla had no idea what she was about to see when Charlie sat her down in front of that computer. And again, on the video, it was Nova, Aunt Vi, and her Darla's mother, Darlene. And needless to say, I think Darla was actually extremely touched by the gesture. I think I almost saw a little tear, almost just a little bitty tear coming down her from her eyeball. But anyway, she was especially happy about the part that her mother, she played a part in it. Because remember, y'all, there was one time that Darla and her mother didn't get along too well. They did not get along too well at all. But just like Darla's relationship with the borderline women, everything is much better now. And that brings me back to Charlie, who was kidding around with Rod. Like, that was such a cute scene right there. Didn't y'all think so? Like, they was up there teasing each other, about their head size, and then they started talking about when they were little and how they used to beat each other, doing different sports, including racing. So when they ran outside and they started racing and running around with each other for old time's sake, that little scene right there really brought back flashbacks, of me and my siblings and cousins, placing bets on who could outrun. We didn't have no money now. We was poor. But we would bet on like candy or gum or, something like that, who would do the chores, but it was fun. It was fun seeing them because everybody been cooped up. They've been stressed out, depressed, losing jobs, so just to see them out there running around like we used to be, carefree, just enjoying life, enjoying each other, without any of that CBD-19 keeping everybody cooped up in the house. So that was a really cute scene right there. But including us, Ra's all grown up now, ready to wed his true love, Darla. Ooh, she looked so gorgeous, just absolutely stunning. I was like, they really pulled it together, didn't they? Darla looked so beautiful, and Rob was standing up there in that all white, just looking sexy as all got out. I was like, ooh, Ralph Angel was looking fine in that all white, y'all. I'm telling y'all, I was up there, whoo, mm, 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 mm. Ooh, I was like, ooh, I need something cool to drink. He was looking, y'all know I love me a dark skinned man. Whew, Rod is so fine. He's just gorgeous. But anyway, these don't they just look like just some chocolate candy just melt in your mouth and yeah, okay, y'all get what I'm going. But then Rod, he even finished the trellis, and they were standing under the trellis and everything. He had that all ready for her just in time of the wedding. And Darla, all that quarantine sewing and knitting that she been doing really came in handy. She had curtains, all kind of drapes all over the place, hanging in the trees, off the limbs, in the bushes. They even had, Ernest, the patriarch of the family. They had his tractor all decorated and sitting, to the side for the wedding. I thought that was so nice. He can't be there, but it was kind of like, and that was his favorite tractor. That's Rob's favorite tractor. It sounded like his spirit is there. You know how I go. You know how I go. So I thought that was neat. But then Hollywood, who thought that he wouldn't be able to attend as Rob's best man, he actually made it to the ceremony. But since they didn't know that he would be there at Charlie's suggestion, Micah has stepped up to the plate to be the best man. And Micah, he was just looking so handsome and things. This episode, they had a little drama last episode, right? So this episode, it was kind of like everybody coming together, everybody on one accord. Micah and Charlie, they had, a few words last week and was arguing over him going out in the midst of CBD-19, hanging out at parties and stuff. And let's not forget having unprotected sex. But maybe we will get back to that next week because, yeah, we need to find out who the heck he up there running around having protected sex with. But anyway, that's another story for another day. But then all the ladies, again, they were all dressed in their yellow. I think everybody had mainly all yellow. And then Nova, I think she had like some flower designs, or she had something on her dress, but she basically had yellow on too. And then not only was Darla's mother able to attend the Zoom wedding shower, but she was also able to give her daughter away via Zoom. Wasn't that just the sweetest things, you guys? And I'm like, I was all over that wedding. Yes, the wedding was beautiful. I really enjoyed it. And even though y'all know that lady that Raw was messing around with last season, I had asked y'all several times, do y'all think that he would ever get back with her? But it just seems like him and Darla got back together so fast, and then like just like that, he realized she's the love of his life, the one that he wants to, be with for the rest of his life. And that was thanks to, remember last episode when he was at the nursing home, and he was talking to that guy who lived at the nursing home, and he was talking about, how long he'd been married to his wife, and telling them all about their relationship, and and then he was like, it just hit him like, this is what I want. I want that long lasting, loving marriage, with my girlfriend, my son's mother, this is it. This is the one. It ain't nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was beautiful. I loved it. I really enjoyed the wedding. So overall, I think the day was a success. They had 12 hours, y'all. 12 hours. Now, even though this is a TV show, I don't know if they could have possibly got that done, in real life, because of the fact it still was the CBD-19. That's why I didn't think they was gonna get married the next day last week. Because okay, you got to find a pastor, you got to get your marriage license, you got to do all this with everything shut down and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, a few questions that I do have. Um, as far as Darla, okay, her vows. I when they was giving each other their vows, they had wrote some things down for each other. I like Darla's vows. She was like, in her wedding vows, Darla had a rocky, rough life. Okay, drugs and all right. They done broke up and made up and broke up and made up, and every time she falls or relapse or anything like that, he always there for her. And so in her vow, she told Rod that at one point in her life, he picked her up when she thought she was done shining, but he illuminated her life. So what she said was, I shine for you, I shine because of you, and I'm shining with you forever. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. Now I know some people think that it ain't gonna last. I know some people think that it ain't gonna last, so I'm asking you, do y'all think that they are going to last? Do y'all think that they are going to have a long marriage? Let me know how you feel about that. And also oh gosh, what is her name? Darlene. What about Darla's mother, Darlene? Do y'all think that she is up to something when it comes to Blue? Like when she was talking to Aunt Vi, when Aunt Vi was trying to finish up the cake, and she was, I guess, on Zoom or something, some type of stream system, on the laptop, and she was talking to Darlene, and Darlene realizing how smart, how brilliant Blue is, she suggested that Blue be sent to a school in Washington. She was like to Aunt Vi, she said, "Could you imagine Blue attending the same school as the Obama girls?" And Aunt Vi was like, "Say what?" The Obamas. Oh, Vi was trying to finish that cake. She was like, huh? She was like kind of paying attention to her, but not paying attention to her. And then she was like, Darlene, I'm sorry, but I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. She slammed that laptop down and she did not say anything to anybody. So I'm sure this conversation will come up next week. And I want to see, how Aunt Vi or how Rod and them is going to handle that situation. Because I'm like, is she trying to see? I don't even remember where Darla's mother, Darlene, lives. Does she live in Washington? And if she does, is she trying to get Blue to stay with her so he can go to school with her? Or does she not live in Washington and just trying to send that child across the world by herself to some school? I don't know. I'm thinking that she must live in Washington. But y'all let me know because I can't remember where she lives. And also, do you think that Calvin and Nova will eventually get married? Let me know. Yes or no. Because after the ceremony, Calvin did ask Nova, could she see herself marrying him because of their differences? And to that, Nova responded with, their differences are becoming a gift to each other in ways that she could never imagine. So she is willing to ponder it over. But not only am I going to ask y'all that, but also, this time of the TV show is coming upon the George Floyd murder. So how do you think that and the backlash across the black community will affect Nova and Calvin's relationship. So definitely let me know how you feel about that too. And then later on tonight, if you guys are Ruthless fans, in about 20 minutes, I'm going to jump back on here and we will be live discussing Ruthless. If you are a Ruthless fan, please tune in. I'll be back in like 20 minutes, y'all. So make sure, again, you like the video, share the video, subscribe to the Hood Table. And again, follow us on Facebook, Twitter. We got a whole The Hood Table Facebook page, Facebook group. We got a Ruthless Facebook group. So, follow us over there and then hit us up on IG, Twitter, thehoodtable.com, all of that. Okay. We everywhere. We everywhere. But in the meantime and in between time, you guys stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant, and always, always keep it hood. Bye.